Yeah, I mean, listen, I have my opinions. I mean, I thought Brandon looked good enough to win it. Do you think Big Ramy's going to repeat?
I was literally just going to say, what are you talking about? As a fan, tell us what you're thinking going into this year, not as as a fan.
Yeah, so when you're a 300-pound champion, your margin of error is great, right? It's hard to nail that. His team, Chad and Dennis James, they seem to have found a formula for him. There was a moment, though, in prejudging this year where it wasn't a sure thing that he was going to win. Brandon brought it. And I feel like the story that got lost this year is just how good Brandon Curry was.
Yeah.
You know, it's so easy to dismiss Brandon. Brandon isn't the most gregarious, outspoken guy. He's just a really good guy and good values, and he's a good human being and doesn't stir up a lot of attention. But just spent the last year, went back to work and honed his physique in, and he was close to winning. He was close to being the second guy to lose the title and win it back. He almost pulled the Jay Cutler.
After prejudging, I thought he was going to pull it off.
A lot of us thought that there was a chance that could happen, and I was hearing rumblings, and it felt like that was at the very least possible. Yeah. And you know, Ramy ended up tightening up a little bit at night, and he won the show, and that was fine. I will say that, to answer your question, I don't know who's going to win the show this year. I don't know if Ramy is going to be a 3-time champion or not, but it's hard to ignore how good Hadi Choopan is. Hadi Choopan is incredible. When you consider the combination of, you know, structure and size and shape and conditioning, and
he's always on point.
Just always on point. And I know that there's issues that he needs to deal with. But I will tell you that Hadi Choopan is good enough, or I would have to say that if I'm Big Ramy, he's probably the guy that I'm most concerned about, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I have my opinions. I mean, I thought Brandon looked good enough to win it.
Yeah.
Choopan, you know, I don't think, you know, he really needs to change anything. You know, I know, I don't know, you know, judging. I mean, he definitely isn't as big as those two other guys, meaning height-wise and maybe frame. You know, Brandon's pretty wide. Ramy's just massive, right? But, you know, listen, my second year didn't get better. You know, I almost lost in 07, and, you know, it took me a couple of years to get my form back. And so, I mean, listen, it's really anyone's game, and that's what makes it exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he's a shoo-in. He's got to earn it.
No, and that's what I love. And you know what? Steve Weinberger, the head judge, and Tyler and their crew, they do a really good job of making these guys earn it and making these guys suffer a little bit up there and go through the motions. And I love the way the only thing I would have liked for this year, and I've been very open about this, I thought at the very least, I thought Hadi was good enough to have been maybe kept in some of those call-outs.
He should have been.
But I understand why it was done that way, and I respect it. I do. But as a fan, I thought Hadi was pretty good. And I'm excited to see what he comes back with next year.